Hey, this is AJ again from Keyrenter Property Management. We manage rentals, residential rentals all around the valley here in Utah County and down in St. George and Washington and Iron County as well. So we're excited here today to talk about inspections. Our tenants ask us, well, who's going to come inspect our property and what are they going to be looking for? And this is when they're living there and during that 12-month lease that they have with us. So one of our professional and licensed inspectors that's insured obviously too will come into your home. We'll give you 24 hours notice so you're not surprised. We're going to we'll try to fit it into your schedule as much as possible when it's convenient for you, but sometimes we'll just have to set a date and just come. But we're going to come to the property. We're going to inspect. First thing we're going to look at is the yard and landscaping. As a tenant, more often than not, you're responsible, and it'll say this in your lease, whether you're responsible to keep the grass beautiful, keep the yard green, keep the trees alive, keep things trimmed and nice and looking good. So we'll check, is the grass green? Are the sprinklers on? Is everything trimmed? Is anything overgrown? Are there weeds growing where there shouldn't be? So we're gonna check for all those things. If those things are not happening, along with anything else here, then we're going to ask that you take care of those things. And if not, then either there is a violation fee that we'll charge, or we're going to get a professional service to come and take care of that for you at your expense as the tenant. So we highly encourage you to just take care of it, make it look nice, and keep up on it. Then it's much easier. We're also going to check, item number 2 is the exterior condition. And if there's any concerns with that, for example, we're gonna look at the roof, look at the rain gutters, make sure they're not falling down, make sure there's no issues with that. Look at the foundation, make sure there's no cracks or leaks or breaks that have happened. Sometimes those won't even be your fault, but we're gonna make sure those things look good while you're there. We're gonna check the porches, windows, screens, all those kind of things to make sure they're opening, make sure there's no cracks, make sure there's no damage. Then we're gonna move on into the interior of the property and just check for things like water damage, leaks under the sinks, toilets, maybe damage to any doors that have been slammed too hard or have been scuffed as people go in and out. We're gonna look at outlet covers. Those are fairly simple to fix, but we wanna make sure those are in good condition. We're gonna check the smoke, the CO detectors, make sure the batteries are in those, and typically that is responsibility of the tenant, that if the batteries go bad, to put new ones in. So we'll check those out. We're gonna look at all the appliances, the dishwasher, the fridge, the freezer, the disposal, the oven, the washer, the dryer, make sure those are all functioning well. Hopefully if they're not, you'll tell us before that, but we wanna confirm with our own eyes that those are in good working condition and there are no problems. And then lastly, we'll check the utility apparatuses like the water heater, the AC, the furnace, and then make sure the air filter is replaced. So we'll do that for you there, and we'll have the sizing and everything already coordinated. Lastly, we're going to look at the cleanliness. Is the living room clean? Is the kitchen clean? Are the bedrooms and bathrooms clean? Do they have to be perfect Martha Stewart worthy? No, of course not. But they need to be livable and they need to look nice and like someone would want to live there, especially new tenants coming in if it's closer to the end of the lease. And then of course we'll finish off with making sure there are no pets. If there's no pets on the lease, there is no smoking happening. All of our units are smoke free. If you do need to smoke, it is 25 feet from the exterior door, making sure you're abiding by those regulations, and then making sure there's not additional people living or staying at the property longer than 10 days that should not be there and that are not on the lease. And that goes with persons, vehicles, additional furniture items, things of that nature. So we're just gonna check and make sure everything is in good repair, make sure that everything looks good, and that everything is being respected in the lease as it should be. And if you have any questions, our inspector is always there to ask questions and to be helpful to where they can be. So that's how we handle the inspections every 4 months here at Keyrenter. Hopefully this is helpful. Have a great day, and thanks for using Keyrenter Provo, Keyrenter St. George. See ya.